part of my job right now to be up to date and understand that game, I probably would play something else because it is just it's a stressful, like, mentally draining game. But enough about that. We got Rivals 2 to play here. It looks like Nard already coming out strong.
Instead of stressful game derogatory, let's talk about stressful game complimentary. I love this game. This game's tough. This game's competitive. You know, sometimes you're sweating bullets when you're playing this game. But this game's fun, though. This game rules. I'm a fan. I mean, look at just the high-octane action right out the gate between these two.
I know. Nard with a pretty solid opener, but Hyperflame certainly not out and proving that by already having the percentages even back out. Woo.
Very scrap heavy between these two at the moment. I mean, we saw Hyperflame earlier on stream this morning, or this afternoon, rather. So it's just like, okay, yeah, you hit extremely hard, and you draw first blood with that stock, too. So I'm interested to see how Nard, you know, a character that relies a lot on spacing and a little bit of finesse, how you handle such an oppressive force as a Hyperflame Zetterburn.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you know, Tipper up air is certainly a place to start. Hyperflame having to recover really high, but not working out. Whew.
That was very clean from Nard answering back. So you know what? Credit where credit's due. That's one way you deal with the Zetterburn. You just snuff out the flames.
Yeah. Speaking of stuff out the flames too, looking for the counter on the projectile as well to try to shut down that option. Not quite finding it, but that is something you're always thinking about, having in the back pocket. Tipper on the up tilt.
Oh, I like that.
Charge slash. Oh.
You got sniped for that. You were getting a little greedy with trying to toss out a projectile, so you just get sniped.
Yeah, that was a greed check.
Well, it was. And honestly, if I'm Hyperflame, I'm like, oh, I guess I just never get to do that for the rest of the set because I will die.
If it's me, I just die to that 3 more times because I'm going to keep doing it.
We'll see if Nard's willing to pull the trigger, and we'll see if Hyperflame is stubborn enough to go for it again. Only time will tell, that's for sure. But until then, it's Hyperflame trying to recover back the deficit that has been brought. And if you get another flame-empowered strong attack, I think you take the stock for sure.
Yeah,
or just a good forward air.
Could do it as well.
Yeah, I mean, that move is basically just a strong attack. Yeah. So you are chilling. Even after that crazy early stock, it's back and forth.
Down air for the combo pressure here. Nair send him back out. Nard cooking something. Oh, Tipper. Oh, what is going on? Where's he going? I don't even know what direction he's going to end up going. Down, up, left, right. Hold on.
A little bit too low there in that recovery. You were getting bounced, absolutely. You were getting juggled. That's the bomb soldier.
Yeah, like
actually though, that's melee bomb soldier.
the down air Tipper, and I'm thinking, okay, cool, there's a spike we can play at the ledge trap, but then instead just taking the up tilt out of it and then setting up another one, and I'm like, hold on, wait, I don't even know what direction to look right now.
Up and down and all around. Getting blasted to and fro. I like that Pikachu necklace. That's cool.
Oh, that's
snazzy.
rad.
We're cool. Yeah. It's kind of nice. It's glittery, glamoury. We're going.
A little bling for the stream.
We're going to the docks. A little bit of merchant port action coming in for game 2.
Yeah. Take the fire guy where there's water. I like it.
So after Nard working hard to get themselves up a game, it is Hyperflame here now trying to answer back in an effective way. And I mean, yeah, Zetterburn buttons go crazy. Look at this.
Hyperflame just throwing like a haymaker down air in the neutral there, being rewarded for it. Kind of insane. Fire. There it is. Fireball back to the ledge. So much pressure here, but not quite the right answer on that tech chase.
That again, I love the fireball used to tech chase everything. It's so good.
Yeah. It's like it's not a lot of knockback, but it's just so hard to play the game when you're like, your attention is constantly being interrupted by these little hits. Oh, the big deep charge slash not quite going to pay off, but able to recover relatively safely and back to neutral.
I respect that you will go for that though, Nard. Like that's just cool. Like you look cool doing it, especially if you make it hit. And that just means you're willing to play an aggressive game off stage, and that's something you got to challenge Zetterburn like that.
For sure, yeah. You really got to put pressure on this recovery because it is like the one thing he's got that's not so great.
That was really snazzy.
That was fantastic.
I like that stock there, Nard, and Hyperflame just grabbed it with a down strong, right back, claiming the action.
Huge down air Tipper opener.
You get stunned so hard you just get immediately grabbed. That's crazy.
Yeah, you don't even start moving yet. Okay, that was kind of spicy. It ended up paying off, but the pressure continues. Nard finding some really creative combo routes here. I really like this.
Forward strong, not going to do it though, but I mean, it's 0 to 89 right now. So you got to find one way to get yourself back in it. Look at that, not getting quite the grab that you wanted, Hyperflame.
Still alive, off the Tipper up air. Found his way back to the stage. It's Hyperflame looking for something to open this up, break the momentum, shut Nard down, but instead it's his projectile being reflected.
I love that. A little bit of a bait with that baby jump there. Coming back, getting that advantage stay going. I love that. Yeah, just down tilt. swat the fly. We tech those. We tech those twice?
Twice?
That's crazy. The twofer? I like that Hyperflame's willing to play that aggressive too, because it's like I have such a deficit, I just need to go crazy here.
You know, the presence of mind there from Hyper to pick the do-nothing option on that tech chase and then follow was actually incredible. Very few players can just slow down in the moment like that.
Hyperflame feels like in the meanwhile speeding up constantly. It's like the flame burns bright within the Zetterburn.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
181.
speed.
181, by the way,
Yeah.
and still alive, and may even be taking the lead.
Yep, that's a little bit of arthritis, you know? It's like sometimes if you don't get a clean conversion as Clairen, we just nuke them at 70%, 80, 90%, then you're just stuck trying to get a good stray hit. And if you don't tech, we take those as a stray hit.
We take those.
It counts.
We take those.
It
Yeah,
counts.
absolutely, absolutely. Something to break up Hyperflame's momentum because he's been going off the past 30 seconds or so, and you've got to find some kind of way in. Oh my goodness.
The forward strong charge too. Not quite enough to take the stock, but that's just powerful. That's just the message being sent. Especially when it's raining, the fire does not diminish with this rain now on the merchant
Not
port.
at all.
Just these forward airs are oppressive.
I don't know, man. Between living to 181 and the disadvantage state, Hyperflame looking unkillable right now.
We'll see if it's unkillable though, because right now it is a crazy good combo into the reset situation here for Nard. No techs going on here. You're getting grabbed. You're getting popped around. You're getting sent down. You're getting sent up. You're getting sent to the blast zone. But guess what?
Oh,
You don't get to keep it because
no.
Hyperflame finds themselves on the board with that one after just a crazy, a crazy aggression situation from Nard. Gets snuffed out right at the end there. I mean, at that percentage, it's like, okay, you can only do so much, but that could have been anyone at the end.
Nard ran through his shield, pivot grabs into the up throw, down air, tipper spike, and I think I lost my mind. Like,
This is a mark of a good player.
yeah.
Kind of great. I mean, both these players are fantastic. They're in winners round 4 for a reason. They've been putting a lot of time and effort into getting to the top here.
Nard's going to be the reason I stick with Clairen. Arcane's cool, but I want to do this.
Do it, you know? Clairen's very rewarding in a lot of ways. Not too difficult to get a grasp on, and then you just get to go to town.
Yeah, I think I will. Especially with these spikes looking like this. I mean, you tech them, but you're still in such a bad spot, but Hyperflame's still managing to scrap back onto the stage anyways.
And you're getting grabbed for your trouble, avoiding the forward strong as well. You're getting lit up by the flames from the shine. And you get foot seized a little bit, and it's the forward strong from Nard claiming that stock.
Yeah, no tipper needed for that one. Nard now playing center stage, looking for a way in, respecting the pressure. Playing evasive here on the fireballs, though, which is giving Hyperflame a little bit of a stage control lead back, but not quite enough. Oh, never mind.
There you go. You get yourself to strong, you get yourself on the board. I did like how there was a period of just, hey, we're just going to back up a little bit.
Yeah.
We're not going to too aggressive. Sometimes you just got to back up, dash dance a little bit, and then find your opening.
I've
That's how it
decided
is.
stage control overrated. Stage
Truly.
control overrated when I can just like ledge dash back to the stage, hit a shine, and then up smash.
Sometimes that's how it is.
Who needs it?
Sometimes that's what you get.
I think that's the Zetterburn thing. It's like, you know what? Like, I don't need to control the stage because I'm lethal anywhere. It doesn't matter where I am. I have a way to kill you.
Yeah, that happens. Then guess what? A forward strong, you gone.
Yeah.
Nard happy to be up a stock here in this game 3.
Despite how explosive Hyperflame has been, I mean, Nard has just been so consistent throughout that it's really hard for Hyperflame to keep the lead.
And now it's just the oppressive game of Nard sometimes is like you do not get you're stuck in a cutscene and you cannot get out.
Oh man, perfect shield. Did that up air like bounce, ground bounce? Hello?
Hello? Hello, 911?
Do moves and directions have no meaning anymore? Like what's that?
The magic of this game.
I don't know.
Sometimes that things are, but they not should. And guess what? That's the stock.
Yep.
Nard up a little bit of a game here.
Yeah, look, call me old-fashioned, but where I come from, back in my day, the button is an upwards button. It sends someone upwards. I ain't never seen them bounce them off the ground like that before. That's the kids these days.
The future is now, old man. Buttons can mean whatever they want.
They
Sometimes
really can.
a random forward air sends you down and back. And that's the future that Dan Fernacey wanted. And you got to hold that. It's what the people wanted, and it's what the people were given.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
It's bread and circuses.
All right, here we are, game 4. Nard with a 1-game lead, and already looking pretty strong. Man, forward air with the tipper lockdown, you just get grabbed off of it too. I mean, like, it's kind of insane.
That's how it is on this earth sometimes.
Covering the high recovery too. Oh my goodness.
I like that, going a little bit high, trying to avoid it as best you can. It's like, if you're Hyperflame, you're getting swatted so consistently. How are you finding your in? Because Nard is just in control.
What was that? The angle on that spike too. Straight out. Tech.
Oh.
Can't tech the third one. Oh,
Duck,
no.
duck, goose action going on there. My goodness.
Mid-combo, Nard's like, he's teching these too much. I got to throw a different one in here. It's like switching it up on the fly. Truly insane.
A little bit of a variety. Make sure that Hyperflame doesn't fully respond to the tech correctly and whatnot. You know, you got some options. You got some tricksies to you.
Oh, good crouch cancel there from Hyperflame. Getting a chance to start to play the game here. This up air.
Okay.
What a haymaker.
I'm liking some of the aggression buttons from Hyperflame here. Getting some flame on the board, trying to get some hard hitters with that forward air. Still not enough to KO, though. The problem.
Yeah.
And then it's just Nard gets to recontrol center stage as Hyperflame tries to go for something off stage and try to find some worthwhile option.
Love using these high platforms to try to get away from the sword. Just, I'm going to force you to either commit to the air and give me a chance to respond, or I'm going over you and I'm going back to center stage.
I like that grab from Hyperflame, getting himself a stock. You know, for what all said and done, it feels like Nard has been such in the control seat for so long, but the disparity for percentages isn't that intense.
No, it's like one good combo.
It's just like 20 seconds of good buttons in advantage state, and you're fine. You're cruising.
Yeah, one good opening, and this evens up really fast. Oh, that get-up attack actually perfectly timed, though, but Hyper not phased in the slightest. Look at that damage, just as we were saying.
Yeah, this is just like you just need like 2 good interactions and some advantage state movement, and the game's like basically tied in terms of like what the kill percentage and what the options are in terms of getting each player getting a stock. So it's like, okay, we're cruising. Oh, or you just do a little bit of a silly SD for the fans here. You're down a game. I don't think you should be, unfortunately, putting yourself in a situation like that. It's kind of a heartbreaker for Hyperflame, especially if he ends up losing this game.
Yeah, and now you see maybe a little bit shook too. The RoA2 down B on the stage. Traditionally a risky move. Okay.
I like that, though. Up strong. Percentage still very neck and neck, so it's like even though you did SD, it wasn't too catastrophic. You're still in the game, sitting pretty.
Ready for the get-up attack this time, though, is Hyperflame. He's a little bit of extra percentage, but does still eventually drop the combo. Rolling through the projectile, too. High risk, but almost pays off.
No tech, getting smacked down by that. And these two still just back and forth. Are we getting back? We're teching a little bit. We're getting sent down. We're getting sent up. You know how it is.
I've decided to just stop calling directions until I see him start moving. Because up is down, left is right.
Looking like a DDR mat sometimes, man. Like, what the heck?
Nard might be about to die off the bottom of the stage there, but manages to recover instead. But Hyperflame taking that advantage, running with it. That was a soft hitbox on fair, though, unfortunate. Yes. That could have just been the stock right there. Looking for it one more time. Nard fading out. Oh, no way!
What a snipe on that!
Tipper into dash up smash?
That snipe was nasty!
Don't waste my time.
First of all, you didn't waste your time, okay? Hyperflame did a good job, okay? So second of all, that still was a sick, nasty up strong. But just you should be nicer, Clairen. That's kind of rude. We're all friends here. Okay?
That was that up strong, and like the positioning too,
Yeah,
because
it was really good.
An up strong's got a pretty narrow like hitbox to it.